Sophia, oh my goodness. I was just thinking about this the other day. This whole idea of, friendship jealousy, but not the obvious kind. It's more like this really subtle competitiveness that can just be so draining, right? Absolutamente, Isabela. It's such a critical topic because it's not always in your face, is it? It's that, quiet undercurrent, that green-eyed monster that manifests in ways that are hard to put your finger on sometimes. And the thing is, it often stems from like a friend's own insecurities, not necessarily genuine animosity, which makes it even trickier to navigate. You feel it, but you're not sure why or how to address it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like they're outright saying, I'm jealous of you, It's more like a vibe. So what are some of those subtle signs? Like, what should we be looking out for?
Oh, there are so many. Let's start with what I call backhanded compliments. You share some amazing news, like a promotion, and they might say, "Oh, you're so lucky to have landed that," or "Must be nice to have a partner who makes good money so you can take risks with your career." It's like they're giving you a compliment, but it kind of stings, doesn't it? It minimizes your effort, It implies it was luck, not hard work.
Oh, yes, I've heard that one before. It's like they can't just be happy for you. They have to put a little caveat in there. So frustrating. What else?
Well, Isabela, another common one is conversation hijacking. You share good news, and they quickly steer the conversation back to themselves or try to one-up your success. Your moment can't just exist.
Ah, yes, I know that feeling. So frustrating. What else?
Then there's minimizing your wins. They brush off accomplishments, act indifferent, or focus on downsides instead of celebrating. It casts a real shadow.
Yeah, that's tough. What about copying? Like when they start doing exactly what you're doing?
Absolutely. Copying and mimicry is a huge sign. They might begin to mirror your style, hobbies, interests, even speech patterns. This isn't admiration, Isabel, but often rivalry to level the playing field. These are definite red flags.
Wow, those are so many layers of subtle stuff, Sophia. It really makes you think about past interactions differently. So, okay, if this is all coming from insecurity, what are some of the deeper psychological roots of all this friendship jealousy? Because it's clearly not just random, right?
No, it's absolutely not random, Isabella. It almost always boils down to a friend's deeper insecurities. First and foremost, low self-esteem and insecurity. Individuals with really fragile self-esteem, they often feel threatened by others' achievements. They perceive your success as a direct reflection of their own inadequacy, It's not about you, it's about how they feel about themselves. That makes so much sense. It's like they can't hold both your success and their own self-worth at the same time. Exactly. And then there's the fear of abandonment. They might worry that if you become too successful, you'll outgrow the friendship and leave them behind. It's a very primal fear, actually. Also, Isabella, unmet personal goals. Your success, can really highlight areas in their own lives where they feel dissatisfied or stuck. And that just triggers feelings of envy. It's a painful reminder of what they haven't achieved or what they feel they can't achieve.
Oh, that's heavy. And I guess that connects to why some people are just, inherently competitive?
Yes, it does. We call it trait competitiveness. Some individuals, they just inherently perceive non-competitive situations as competitive. It's like a deep-seated need to win, even when there's no actual competition happening. It's wired into them, unfortunately. So when you succeed, it's like they've lost something in their mind.
So, wow, understanding these roots is really helpful. But what can we actually do about it? How do we deal with a friend who's like this without, totally damaging the friendship or hurting ourselves?
That's the million-dollar question, Isabella, and it requires a combination of things. First, differentiate envy. Recognize the difference between positive envy,
That's when you want something achievable that someone else has, and negative envy, which is resentment or wishing ill. You want to focus on not letting negative envy take hold of you. Second, work on your own self-esteem. If you feel vulnerable, strengthening your own self-esteem can make you less susceptible to social comparisons and their impact. It's like building your own emotional shield, you know? That's so true. It's easier to handle their stuff if you're solid yourself. And what about, actually talking about it? Absolutely. Communicate openly and honestly. If their behavior is genuinely affecting your friendship, express your feelings using I statements. Do it in a non-confrontational, caring manner. Provide concrete examples of situations that bothered you and explain the outcome you'd like, celebrating each other's successes. But also, Isabella, set healthy boundaries. Limit oversharing if certain topics consistently trigger competition. You are not, I repeat, not responsible for managing their insecurities. It's crucial.
Yeah, that boundary part is really important. So once you've set some boundaries, what if they still try to compete?
Well, Isabella, that leads to a few more strategies. You can redirect conversations. When your friend tries to compare or compete, gently shift the focus back to shared interests, positive memories, or mutual enjoyment. Move away from those competitive topics. It's like, a subtle, emotional pivot. Also, focus on your own growth. Celebrate your achievements and concentrate on your personal goals. Being confident in your own path makes it so much easier to let go of the need for constant comparison. Don't let their negativity hold you back, Your journey is yours alone.
That's super empowering. And what about if you feel like you still really care about the friend?
Then practice empathy. Understand that their competitiveness often stems from their own pain and insecurity. This doesn't excuse their behavior, but it can help you respond with compassion while still protecting your well-being. And you can also try to highlight their strengths. Genuinely compliment your friend's accomplishments to make them feel more secure and less threatened. Sometimes a little genuine praise can really go a long way in chipping away at their insecurity.
Those are really thoughtful approaches. But what if after all this, it just doesn't get better? Then it's time to evaluate the friendship. If despite all your efforts, the competitive dynamic persists and negatively impacts your well-being, it may be time to reassess the friendship or create some distance. Ultimately, Isabella, true friendships are built on mutual respect, trust, and support, not rivalry or constant comparison. You deserve friends who uplift and genuinely support you, It's about protecting your peace.
Wow, Sophia, this has been such a genuinely insightful chat. We've really covered so much, from those super subtle vibes to what's actually going on underneath it all. It gives us a much clearer path for navigating these friendships and protecting our own space.
Yeah, absolutely, Isabella. This was really comprehensive. We've talked through recognizing quiet signals, like backhanded compliments, to understanding the deeper psychological roots of insecurity, and importantly, how to prioritize our well-being by setting crucial boundaries and even reevaluating friendships that aren't serving us. Totally. And it's just so key to remember that true connections are built on mutual respect and genuine support, not constant comparison or feeling like you always have to win. Talking about this with you and with everyone listening genuinely makes my week. It really does. If these discussions are resonating with you, please hit that share button and subscribe wherever you catch your podcasts. We're always sharing more insights and sparking conversation on our social channels too. All right, everyone, until next time, we'll chat soon.